What's good? My name is Tish Collins, and I pray that life is being kind to y'all. Y'all, I just got my very first TikTok shop order. Today is 26 January 2025. I just needed to know that I could do it once, because I know that if I could do it once, then I could do it over and over again. And this was just like confirmation that you can't do this, because I was getting a little stressed out trying to figure out how I'm finna move these boutique items. But I know that if I just got one person, then I can get some more. Okay. Now, what's crazy is I didn't receive an email or notification, like nothing from TikTok let me know that a new order was placed. All right. So I got really lucky because I was just like, let me go to TikTok Shop app just to see what's going on. Because I do that from time to time. Because I've been on there for a couple of weeks now and nothing was hidden. So I just go in there from time to time just to like see if something is going on. All right. So I went into the app and then the orders, it said one. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping because I already don't know how to work this and I don't know what I'm doing for real. So maybe it's just an error on my part, all right? So I take a little deeper look and like, no, somebody really ordered from my TikTok shop and I am so alive about it, all right? However, I got really lucky because I just went in and looked and they ordered it earlier today on the 26th, all right? So I got really lucky, especially because I'm like really hard up on getting the orders out the very same day or the next day. Because today is Sunday, then that person's order is definitely going out tomorrow. But I got really lucky with that. So I definitely got to figure out what I didn't set up or what needs to be set up on my end as far as the notifications go. All right. So I am, because I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. All right. But it looks like I just have to package the order up and then just hit print shipping label and then just get it up out of here. It looked like that's all I'm supposed to be doing as far as TikTok shop is concerned. However, I thought that Shopify and TikTok shop was supposed to be intertwined so that I could actually see it on my Shopify dashboard. So that's just another thing that I'm gonna have to figure out for it, all right? So as of right now, I've already printed the shipping label for the customer. All right. Now I just gotta package it up. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I just got my first TikTok shop order. Let's package it up. So they ordered this olive green legging set that comes with the long sleeve crop top. What's good? And I pray that today is being kind to y'all. So today is 2 February 2025, the very day that this video is supposed to be going out, but it's cool. We're going to make it work, all right? So y'all just seen that I actually ended up getting 3 TikTok shop orders. It actually ended up being 4 in total, but I'm going to talk about that momentarily. I was mighty excited about that first order, but when the other 3 came in, I was like, oh yeah, we good. We getting some traction, so I know that something is working somewhere in my favor, okay? So earlier in the video, I say that I did not receive the notification in my Shopify, my TikTok shop is not in sync. Complete user error, okay? But I already knew that because I didn't know what I was doing. However, now I know what I'm doing, all right? So the issue with the notifications is I didn't set them up, okay? That's just what it is. We got them set up now, all right? But the reason why my TikTok shop wasn't synced to my Shopify is because I went in and I added the products manually instead of adding them from my Shopify account. Now, it is so much easier for me to add the products manually versus trying to sync them up with Shopify, because I noticed that when I try to sync it up with Shopify, it's a whole bunch of variants that I gotta go through and I gotta edit and I just gotta do all of that. Versus if I just go in and manually put them in myself, one, it's so much faster, but then two, I ain't gotta go through all the other nonsense. So I just figured it's gonna be better for me to just do it manually. The only thing is, I would have to constantly make sure that I keep the inventory the same on my Shopify and on TikTok shop, because I didn't sync them. If somebody buys something from TikTok shop, I gotta go in manually to Shopify and pretty much take that item off of the website. All right, I hope that makes sense. But if it don't, here go a quick example. All right, so if somebody goes to my TikTok shop and they buy a pair of jeans that's a size 28 and it's the last size 28, If I do not go to my Shopify account and to my website and take that 28 off, then somebody can still buy it. The problem is the product wouldn't be available because somebody already copied it off of the TikTok shop, right? So that's just the thing that I got to be cognizant of. With that, here are a few things that I'm noticing that I personally do not like about TikTok shop. First is the amount of time that I have to wait for the funds to go into my bank account, all right? Now with Shopify, my funds are released within 2 to 3 business days or something like that, but I'm noticing that with TikTok shop, it's like a can we trust you type of situation. So there's tiers to the wait time, but then there's also a certain percentage that they would take based on the tier, all right? So quickly, I am in tier 1, all right? And it's pretty much they hold 100% of my funds for 30 days, all right? So I got to wait 30 days versus the 2 to 3 days that I would have to wait if the customer went through Shopify, all right? And then I believe tier 2 is you only got to, they hold 50% or 30% or something like that, but you still gotta wait the full 30 days. And then I believe tier 3 is you ain't gotta wait no amount of days, and they ain't holding no funds at all. All right, it's something like that. And I believe it's tier 0, 1, 2, 3, something like that. Y'all can do the research on it anyway. I'm just giving y'all a quick synopsis of this. Okay, so that's the first problem that I have with that is having to wait that long for the payment to hit my bank account because I'm used to Shopify and getting it right away. All right. Another thing is the discounts that TikTok already automatically gives to the customer on top of free shipping. All right. Now, y'all know that I'm trying to get rid of the boutique items, and because of that, the boutique items are already mostly $5 or less. Okay. Now, with TikTok shop, if they already $5 and TikTok is giving a 30% discount on top of free shipping, I gotta cover the free shipping. I'm literally receiving nothing from that. All right. So I'm noticing that with TikTok shop, I'm actually having to go in and price the items much higher than what they actually are to see some type of benefit from it, if that makes sense. Which is why I try to just have them go to my website because it's much cheaper on my website. 1, but then 2, also I ain't gotta jump through all of the hoops that I'm finding that I have to jump through with TikTok shop. So I'm noticing that with TikTok shop, when I actually go in and manually upload the products, I have to upload it as $10, $15, $20 or whatever the case is. Then go bike on the bike end and put a discount on the product so that it matches exactly what's on my website. All right. So on TikTok shop, the items are mostly $5. All right. There is no or less because of all of the discounts that TikTok shop is already throwing out there. Versus if they go to my website, it's 5, 3, 2, 1 free. You know what I'm saying? So they're not really seeing the free $1, $2, $3, if that makes sense. And I'm finding that that's just the way I gotta do it on TikTok shop. And also it's just not beneficial for me. Like, yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it, but it just wouldn't be beneficial for me. Another thing is the warehouse address. Now the warehouse address is set up in case a customer or supporter needs to return their product to you, to me, the business owner. Alright. Here's the problem with that. TikTok shop does not allow a PO box for that return address, which makes absolutely no sense, just in my personal and humble opinion. Okay. Now before I say what I'm about to say, please know and understand that a lot of people do not have an actual warehouse. They do not have an actual storefront. For me personally, because all I can do is get out of my experience. Now, if TikTok shop is not allowing PO boxes, I'm now having to put my residential address on there, which is on the shipping label, which means that a bunch of strangers that I do not know have my home address. Okay, y'all see where I'm going with this? It's a safety concern. So what I'm having to do is, because all of the print slips have the address on there, I'm having to go through and black out and white out the address before I give it to USPS to ship it off. As of now, that's just the best way that I see to do it, because with Shopify and with my actual website, I'm allowed a PO address, which means that the people who order are able to send it back to that PO address, and then my safety ain't in play and their safety isn't in play. You know what I'm saying? So overall, it's just a safety concern for me, not only for me, but for the supporter and the customer as well. All right. So until I find out a better way, until we can figure something else out, that's just gonna have to be what it's gonna be. But what's crazy is when I went to set up my TikTok shop, it would only let me put the address that was on my EIN paper. Alright, so that address ain't my address. However, it still stands tall that I ain't putting my actual address on the thing. Okay, as far as the cons for TikTok shop is concerned, those are just kind of where they sit for me. Now, real fast, the 4 TikTok shop order that I had. So they placed the order, and when I was packaging the order up, I realized that the size they ordered, I did not have in stock. All right, so I believe they ordered a 1XL, but all I had was the XL, and it was definitely an error on my part. So I pretty much, just professionally reached out to the individual, told them, the mistake I made, and that the 1XL wasn't available, and how they wanted to maneuver it. If they wanted me to send the extra large or if they wanted me to refund them. So I just ended up refunding them anyway. Because I'm just not the person to just let me just ship this out and see if hopefully they don't like that's just not me, you know what I'm saying? So I reached out to the customer and then I got that squared away, ended up giving them a refund or whatnot. But yeah, so far outside of those cons that I just named, TikTok shop, I think I might just use TikTok shop strictly for just getting rid of the boutique items. So once I get rid of all of the boutique items, I will not be adding any more of my clothing brand items to them. And I'm talking about, like this sweatshirt that say Avahnti on there or Survivor or all of that. Like I will promote it on TikTok, but the person will have to actually go to my website to purchase. So right now, once all of the boutique items are gone, then I will be done using TikTok Shop. Just for those reasons that I just named. But overall, I'm loving that TikTok Shop is actually getting me traction and that people are actually supporting. I love that. But yeah, I think that's it on TikTok Shop, all right? So I appreciate y'all for watching this video, and I genuinely hope y'all stay around for the entire journey. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I pray that today your life is being kind to you. And if it isn't, then I pray that tomorrow and every day after will be. All right, y'all keep going, and I'll top it up with y'all next Sunday.